Well, salutations from Denali National Park. We just made it here on an epic drive in. We are excited to be here. We are staying here 3 nights in the
Teknanika River Campground.
That's right. We're hoping to get 4 days out of that with the rest of the evening and then the morning of our way out. Not sure exactly what we're getting into though. Here we go.
After a stop at the Riley Creek Mercantile to get our camping permit and tech pass, along with some ice cream, we hit up the visitor center before heading into the park. This first afternoon was spent making our way to camp, but we were far from being in a hurry to get there and stopped often to take in the sights.
What you got for breakfast?
Jalapeno and cheddar bagel.
Jalapeno.
We were early to bed to ensure we had a good night's rest and still be up for our scheduled bus pickup, which was the first into the park. The shuttle services are free for the first 15 miles of the park, but there is a cost to travel beyond that. Both are first come, first serve unless you have purchased a scheduled pickup time in advance. With us staying at the Tech Campground, we only purchased this one and gambled for open seats or used our feet for the rest of our visit. We rode the shuttle to mile 43, which is the East Fork River, after a few stops for overlooks and animal sightings. Several grouse, caribou, and even some Dall sheep were spotted along the route, as was Denali, which, given the cloud cover, was a surprise to everyone, including the shuttle driver. So we became members of the 30% Club, as many don't actually get to see the peaks when visiting the park.
Well, good morning. We jumped on the shuttle service and made our way all the way out to where the road is, where it currently ends, or where it's closed for the landslide that happened here. When did it happen?
2 years ago.
2 years, in 21. Apparently the slope was moving for quite some time. It finally got to the point where it wasn't repairable. And then work has been delayed a little bit. In fact, a lot of what we are planning to do, and we're actually following along the adventures of A+K. We will link in the description. I'll try to link overhead to their channel because they did a really good job on their visit. So we were going to really do what they did on their trip, which was walk out the 2.5 miles of the road to where that slide was. Unfortunately, and fortunately, you can no longer do that here in 2023. They visited in spring of 22. Now in late summer of 2023, they're now actively working on the road, so you cannot walk out that way. Instead, we've come down into the river, and we're going to see if we can get eyes on it. If not, we're just going to enjoy the area.
Yep.
While the scenery is amazingly beautiful, it is also massive in size. Even after our 2-mile hike up the river, the views had hardly changed. So we decided to jump back on the bus and head to the Teknanika River area for a hike. Part of this area had just reopened now that the wolves had moved along. Something of note, all hiking beyond mile 15 is trailless, so be sure to polish your navigation skills before heading out. If you find yourself on a path, you are actually encouraged to move off of it to help protect the tundra. We found a preference for hiking along the rivers as much as we could, largely for the better visibility around us over the brush. Bears and moose are very common in this area, so you should be aware and prepare for an encounter. Clouds were present for most of the day, but we noticed a sudden change to the air and the clouds were turning dark, so we decided to head back to camp to wrap up the day.
Well, yesterday was very busy and very lovely. We ended up with a really nice weather day, at least right until it was time to cook dinner. Right at the very end, some weather finally caught up to us and it rained all night long.
Yes.
We ended up hiking in the 2 valleys that we've already shared. The actual hikes in those valleys was right about 8 miles, 6 to 8 miles.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. I'll probably have posted it down below. But we ended up with an 11-mile total walk/hike. And that's because the shuttle that is supposed to be running approximately every half hour, we didn't see for nearly an hour and a half. We finished our last hike up down in the Teklanika River Valley. Teklanika River Valley. And when we came out, we thought, hey, those clouds look dark. Let's just go ahead and start walking towards camp.
Yep.
Lo and behold, nearly 3 miles later, we're at camp and we've never seen the bus at all. So I don't know what in the heck was going on with that, but today it's supposed to rain all day, be kind of gloomy. We're still going to try to make the most of it. Where are we headed?
Mile marker 17.
Yeah, again, back to the A and K reference of a trail. We're going to try to find that and enjoy that today.
Mount Margaret.
Yeah, there
That's
you
it,
go.
Mount Margaret.
There you go.
Since the buses were so busy on the previous day, we started early again on the inbound shuttle. Luckily, there were 2 open spots. We weren't in a hurry and figured this would offer some additional animal spotting opportunities and allow us to delay the inevitable wet clothes.
Say it's a jungle out here?
It's a jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. We don't need no bears.
Well, we tried. The brush pushed the moisture right through our multiple layers of rain-resistant gear in a few hundred feet. Once our feet were squishing in our shoes and we realized we wouldn't be able to see anything if we did push to the summit anyway, we retreated to camp to dry out and play games.
Well, good morning. The rain yesterday ended up bringing in a little bit of a cold front. We woke up to about 42 degrees with a little bit of a breeze, made it feel a bit more. But again, our little heater kept us super cozy. We have now left the tech camp and we made our way really slow and meanderly, hoping to catch some more animals. We did have a couple of really nice time to capture some caribou.
Yep.
Both a group and then a couple. So you've already seen that footage this morning. We've now stopped in what they call the front country.
Yep.
Or at least the very end of it. And that's
Yes.
where really anyone who visits the park can get to anytime, either
Yep.
by shuttle or even drive your own car to the
Correct.
parking lot, even though that parking lot is often full
Yeah.
other than first thing in the morning. Our mission here is to hike the
Savage River Loop
Yep.
Trail and then see how we're doing. And we will either go ahead and hike the Savage Alpine Trail, or we will grab the shuttle and take it up the road to hike the trail back, because it is one way, 4.5 miles.
Yeah. So
we'll see.
all in all, we should be about 6.5 miles, 2 miles for this first loop, and then
Yep.
4.5 on the Alpine Trail. And again, we don't know whether we're going to grab the shuttle and go up
And hike
to
back.
start, hike it back, or
Yep.
whether we're going to do the
Hike
other
up
way.
and go the way.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you got that. So anyway, we've already started. Here comes the rest.
The Savage River Trail follows the river for about a mile, crosses the river on a small bridge, and winds back to the parking area. Before heading back from the bridge, there is a small trail where many begin trailless hiking deeper into the backcountry. The trail is pretty flat and shorter in distance, so it is often busy. We timed the shuttle perfectly at the trailhead, so we hopped aboard to go 2 miles down the road to the Mountain Vista parking lot. Once off the bus, we walked the short Mountain Vista loop before heading up the Savage Alpine Trail to reach the summit 1,300 feet above us. If you only have time for one hike and are not interested in bushwhacking, we recommend this trail. The trail diversity and views are simply unmatched. Be prepared for the climb, as it's a workout for the ticker. Pack some extra layers too. You will want to drop them on the climb and then put them back on near the top. We noticed significant wind and nearly 20-degree difference from the floor where we began. On our way back down, Jay and I discussed if our direction or the opposite would be better. We both agreed that our path offered a slightly more gradual elevation gain, but also a grand finale-like finish from the summit down to the Savage River parking lot. So the shuttle timing was quite serendipitous.
There it was, Denali National Park. We have actually moved down the road just a bit to a campsite between here and our next destination. It's towards Anchorage, and the road from Denali National Park, I believe it was 3.
Yep, Parks Highway.
Absolutely gorgeous. While I didn't take footage of it, if you're ever in the area, it is a very lovely and beautiful drive with additional views
Yep.
of Denali itself. Anyway, that's it on Denali for us.
Yes.
We now are going to be moving on to...
We are flying to Kotzebue so that we can get on another little plane and fly into Kobuk Valley National Park.
That's right. We hope to see you then next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.